Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws. Out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 to the coast. 20 15 Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this hump day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. Now, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, then I guess you found us on Facebook. Well, first, I got to give you a notice. I got to give you a heads up. So I have to create a new Facebook page for myself. Yeah. So apparently what happened is someone hacked into my IG account, created another account on my personal page. Okay, my personal account on Instagram. And it went against a whole bunch of Facebook rules because, you know, Facebook and IG are owned by Zuckerberg, same thing, by Meta. And so my account was suspended. So I've been trying to get a hold of them. But if anyone's ever had a situation like that, you know exactly how difficult that could be dealing with Facebook trying to get a hold of somebody. So if I can't get a hold of them the next day or two, then I'm just going to have to create another Facebook page for me, which is going to suck. The thing that's going to suck is like all the pictures that I had. All the pictures that I had saved on there. Yeah. So if you checked on Facebook or reached out and said we're not friends, well, yeah, because that account is suspended currently, and I'm doing everything I can to get it back, which might not be enough. So just FYI, if you get a Facebook friend request from me the next day or two, it'll probably be the same one that I had, the same picture. So just, yeah. That really sucked because there was a whole bunch of cool pictures and stuff on there that I had that I kind of just saved there. Because if I ever needed them, I just went back there and grabbed them from there and used them again. So, yeah, that's really going to suck. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. And, yeah. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, go to YouTube. Type in Sports Zone Chicago. Click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. You get it? You got it? Good. All right. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Listen, we have a mobile app. All right. So listen, check this out. Wherever you get your apps from, whether it's iTunes or Google Play or Amazon or Walmart or Kmart or 7-Eleven or Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Wards, Woolworth, Weebolts, Gold Blast, wherever you get them from, you go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they're on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, man, Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us this favor. All right, go there, download Sports Zone Chicago's channel right to your television. Download the tile. Put it there smack dab in the middle with Netflix, Apple, Hulu, Prime Video, Max, HBO Plus, Disney Plus, Stars, The Shy. Oh, I got to go check out The Shy. I think their first episode was out last week, and I haven't checked it. That's on Showtime, I think. We'll put Sports Zone Chicago's channel right there, and you can watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right? Mickey, Ficky, now. You can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, that's CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy, one handle. Or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, all one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, we'll just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, probably not Facebook, but YouTube, our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here on the screen. We'll put it, it'll come up here on the thread. We'll put it on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show, and that, my peoples, and that's what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you, baby. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Man, let's see who's in the chat. My man Plank in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thanks for tuning in. James Ford is in the house. Living in the house. Good morning, Mama. Oh, you know, I might have to add Toys R Us to my little list. Marshawn Wall's in the house. What's up? Plank, you said you got tickets to the Indy game. Cool, man. Cool. We should be able to get credentials for the Indy game week 3. So, excuse me. If we do, I'll be down in Indy, and it'd be great to meet you. That'd be dope. That'd be pretty dope. Cornelius Squalls, what up? That's what I'm talking about. My man Cornelius, and of course my man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. Man, Junior's in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Levette, I think I said hello to you already, but if not, I'm saying hello again. You got it twice today, Levette. Good morning, Ma. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yes, Greg is in the house. Greg is in the house. Listen, I know a lot about a lot. I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. You know, more of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can tell you. Listen, we got a great show, man. 10 o'clock, Shawn Davis is going to join us. We're going to talk NBA finals. I'm sorry, conference finals. The Eastern Conference Finals were yesterday, Boston, and I even forgot who the heck they played. How the heck did I forget who the heck Boston played yesterday? I just finished putting all that stuff up there. That's insane. The Pacers. That's what I forgot. Boston, Indiana. That game 1 yesterday. We're going to talk about that. That was exciting. Exciting. And then the Western Conference Finals start today. So the NBA has spaced it out. Eastern Conference Finals game 1 yesterday. Western Conference Finals game 1 today. Let me see. They're gonna alternate, which is cool. Thursday game 2 for the Eastern Conference Finals. Friday's game 3. Friday's game 2 of the Western. Game 3 is Saturday of the Eastern Conference. Game 4 is of the Western Conference is Sunday. So they're going alternate day every single day until both series are over. They're going to alternate. All right. So pretty cool. I'm excited. So we're going to talk to Shawn Davis today about the NBA Finals. Plus, you know what? Shawn's one of my guys. I told you he's one of the people that I can sit and talk all sports with. You know what I mean? I can talk all sports with. So I might talk a little White Sox. I might talk a little Bears because, he does work for the Lucky Lefty podcast and part of recruiting analysis. So he looks at incoming collegiate athletes. So he's a guy that I could talk all sports with, and I love it. I met Shawn back in 2013, give or take, 2013, give or take. Yeah, when I went to Illinois Center for Broadcasting, he was doing a show there with Jared Payton, the hashtag best show. Yeah, they were doing that out of the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, which is what it was called back then. Now it's Illinois Media School. Out of the State Street studio, and that was pretty cool. I sat in on they went to visit. I actually sat in. They came in and said, "Hey, I came back to school, the studio that night to sit in on the show," and it was good, man. Shawn been a mentor to me and just kind of helped me out, and he did. He's just full of phenomenal advice throughout the year. So Shawn Davis is going to join us at 10 o'clock. Like I said, talking NBA playoffs, but knowing us, we're most likely going to be talking other stuff as well. So, man, let's see. We got new people. Man, more people checked in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. I think I said hi to James Ford. James, if I didn't, I'll say hi again. James Ford, what's up, Papa? I appreciate you tuning in. Oh, snap. Jay Grizz has joined the party. Yeah, it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Jay Grizz in the house. Mr. Shorty, been in town the last 2 weeks for work, so I missed you guys. I'm here listening today. Can't chat. Hello to all. Oh, no problem, Shorty. I appreciate you checking in, man. That's awesome. Shorty, you here in Chicago? All right, cool, man. Cool. Man, we got a lot of sports to talk, man. I'm really fired up about it. I'm really fired up about a lot of OTAs have started. Okay, across the NFL landscape. Yes, sir. Mr. Shorty's in town. That's what I'm talking about, baby. OTAs have started, so a lot of people are fired up about their particular teams. Us here in Chicago, we're excited about our Bears. We're going to talk about some OTAs. Although there hasn't been a lot of footage put out. There hasn't been a lot of footage put out of OTAs, and it doesn't surprise me. Knowing how secret squirrel the Bears like to be. Now they have a new quarterback. They have a new offensive coordinator. They have some new weapons. They're going to be super secret squirrel about everything. They don't want anything to get out, anything. I don't know. Whatever. It's all you got to do is go look at Shane Waldron's playbook. Or, you know what I mean? Just go look at Seattle offenses in the past, and you understand what they're going to run. He's not going to change a lot. He just has different people. But as my guy Kevin Lauder would say, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's see, we should go the first top of the morning topic. Where are we going? There we go. Yes, baby, the White Sox, the good guys. That's what I'm talking about. The White Sox beat the Toronto Blue Jays 5-0 yesterday. Garrett Crochet was on a bump for the good guys. He got the win. He's now 5-4. Remember, he started off. He was just a tough luck pitcher. He's pitching well. They scored like a run or two off of him, and his offense couldn't score, or the bullpen would blow the lead late. He's turned it around. He's 5-4 on the season. He went 6 innings yesterday, 2 hits, 1 walk. Well, 6 innings of shutout baseball. Let me specify. 2 hits, a walk, 4 punch-outs. Danny Mendick was 2 for 4 with a double, his 5th, driving in his 4th and 5th runs of the season. Corey Jokes was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs, his 2nd and 3rd of the season. Nicky Lopez was 1 for 4. driving in his second RBI of the year. You know, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Eloy Jimenez yesterday was injured his hamstring as he was rounding third. Are you kidding me? You know, what in the blue hell is this all about? Now you can't even run the bases without getting hurt? I mean, well, he hurt himself running the first, so why not anywhere else? It's unfortunate, you know, how much I love Eloy. I think he was part of that crew, that core that was supposed to be a world championship winning core, and no. You know, Jay Grizz, don't you blaspheme in here. Bad players wear black. Don't do that. Don't blaspheme on this. So look, if you look on this, it looks like a nose. Go Cubs, and because they stink. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So we'll see where Eloy Jimenez. I don't even know what to say about that dude anymore. I'll stick with the White Sox. The White Sox, they face the Jays again. North of the border, Nick Nastrini is on a bump for the good guys. He's 0-2 with a 7.88 ERA. Oh, Lord help us. He's going up against Chris Bassett, who's 3-6 with a 5.03 ERA. He's not good either. So maybe the White Sox can win this one as well. First pitch is at 6:07 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago, or you can listen to it on the flagship station, AM 1000. I don't even know about my guys, man. You know, I'm getting a group together to go to a Sox game. My cousins, a whole group, like a 20-person suite. So I gotta finalize that this week coming up. Yeah, gotta finalize it. Yeah, out of control. But it'll be a good time hanging with the cousins, and there's a big sale on too. So that's what we'll do. Moving on, the next top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? The Cubs. Sorry, Jay Grizz Jr. The Cubs beat the ATL Braves 4-3 in 10 innings yesterday. Javier Assad, he was on the bump. He got a no decision, went 4 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 5. That's an awful high number. 5 walks, 4 punch outs. Talkman, he was 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, his 14th and 15th ribbies of the year. Nico Horner with the game-winning walk-off base hit in the 10th yesterday, driving in his 13th RBI of the season. Dansby Swanson was 2 for 4 yesterday with a double, his 4th. You know, the Cubs, they host the Braves again tonight over at the Friendly Confines. Max Fried is on the bump for the ATL Braves. He's 3-2 with a 3.81 ERA. He's going up against Justin Steele, looking to bounce back. All right, he's 0-1 with a 5.21 ERA. First pitch is 6:40 p.m. You can catch that on the Marquee Network, or you can listen to the Cubs on their flagship station, 670 a.m. You know, the walk-offs are good. You know what? Because fans are fired up. They're very emotional. All right, Cub fans are Sox fans too, but Cub fans are emotional, especially, you know, stuff like that. With walk-offs, they get really, really fired up. Like, I mean, I guess any fan base would be. All right, but the excitement that they have is usually top notch, especially on a walk-off. And, you know, listen, if it's a walk-off, mind you, people have been drinking all game. If it's extras, they've been drinking. So It's going to be it's going to be interesting. My man, King Booker World in the house. Good morning, Papa. How are you? Thank you. And never mind all the nonsense Cubs talk from these crazy people. They used to eat lead paint chips as a kid. It's okay. We don't look down on them. We help them. And you know what? I got great news. Staying with the Cubs, I got great news. I'm going to take this down. Cubs Hall of Fame second baseman Ryne Sandberg announced yesterday on his Instagram account that after treatment, he has no more signs of cancer. Okay. That is awesome. All right, growing up, even though I didn't like the Cubs and they were on WGN all the time, I did like watching the Daily Double. Bobby Dernier leading off and Ryne Sandberg batting in the 2-hole. Ryne Sandberg was one of my favorite players. All right, the way he carried himself, obviously the performance on the field, and to have a legend like that, you know, he made the announcement earlier this year that he had cancer, and now he, after treatment and radiation and chemo and all the things that he put himself under, he came out cancer free. This is from Maddie Lee. I'm going to read this from Maddie Lee, the Cubs reporter, the staff reporter at the Sun-Times. It said he's been undergoing treatments for metastatic prostate cancer the last few months, sharing a promising update on his condition Thursday. His latest test showed no signs of cancer. This is what Ryne Sandberg wrote on his Instagram. He said, after yesterday's PET and MRI tests, great news today with no detection of cancer, unquote. So congratulations, man. So happy for him. And he's a legend, okay? I know he's a Cub, and I'm not a Cub fan at all, but you know what? Game recognizes game, man, and he was one hell of a second baseman. All right, that's what that all-star induction, that bronze bust in Cooperstown means. He's pretty damn good. And yesterday, I think they said was the anniversary of the Ryne Sandberg game, or I think it was for Bruce Sutter. He hit a game-tying homer in the 9th, and then a game-winning homer in the 10th. Yeah, so great stuff. I'm really happy for Rhino. I'm really happy for Cubs fans. It's one of the few times I'm happy for Cubs Nation. You know, one of your own is healthy again. So hats off to him. Thank goodness. Thank the Lord. Rhino's going to be around for a long time, and he'll be able to get to see his statue unveiling outside of Wrigley Field. I think that's pretty darn cool. That's pretty damn cool. So congratulations, Rhino. All right. Everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago is extremely, extremely happy for you. All right. So here's what we're going to do, though. We're going to take a quick break because on the other side of the break, all right, we're going to have more top of the morning topics. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Here's the 1-2 pitch. No chance for Schneider. And there's Lopez out to left, a base hit. They're going to send Corey Lee. The throw from Schneider. Safe! What a slide by Corey Lee as the White Sox get on the board first. Danny Jansen turns on it, but Mendick at the hot corner makes the grab.
Good audio, bad video for Danny Jansen.
Gets a hold of one to left, going back at the wall, and it's off the top. Coming in to score is DeYoung and now Fletcher.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago. Those were the good guys from the South Side, north of the border, putting the beat down. Punks jump up to get beat down. On the Toronto Blue Jays yesterday, 5-0. Let's see what these jamokes are talking about here. Southsiders don't. No, we cross Madison because we're okay with hanging up on the west side. All right, we're in the west side, and that's like up to North Avenue. I would say is because like you're at North Avenue and Pulaski, North Avenue and Western, like that's west side. You know what I mean? North Avenue in Austin, Madison and Pulaski and Central Park, like that's west side. So we'll go across Madison. But North Avenue, no. That's straight north side. That's straight north side. No. Giggers, I know, man. We messing. We playing around, man. That's cool. That's how we do. Sox fans, Cubs fans, we love to talk shit, man, and that's good. Junior, you're an idiot. I love lead chips in my guacamole. It's all good. Hey, we're all athletes, man. You know, we got to have tough skin. We got thick skin, man. Trust me. This dude right here, my guy Junior, is one of the biggest ball busters I've ever known in my life. The pirate story, we're in the huddle, was probably one of the most classic Junior moments ever. Just in the huddle, and I was dating a girl, and she had eye surgery. Wasn't nothing serious, but she's had eye surgery. So she came to the game one time, and she had a patch over her eye. And so we're in the huddle, and it's a timeout. I don't even know if it was a timeout. It might have been, but we're in the huddle, and Junior looks over. He's like, "How's it feel to do a pirate?" And I'm like, Dude, the whole hall started laughing. I'm like, what? You're an ass. Come on, bro. So just the not, you know what I mean? The thick skin you gotta have. So yeah, right. Jay Grizz, it's all good, man. We got thick skin here. We're not easily offended. Mondo's heard this too. His son. Oh, it was a timeout. Okay. Not so. Not so. Not so. Let me tell you, that was just crazy times. This is why football is the best game ever created. The next top of the morning topic: the Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky travel to New York Liberty tomorrow. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network. What's really cool is that a lot of the Sky games are on the Marquee Network. So if you have cable and you have the Marquee, and that provider has a Marquee Network, you get to watch the Sky game, many of the Sky games, as they're on the Marquee Network, which is cool. Good stuff. I bought the WNBA League Pass. I just thought it was important to support the girls. I know it's only $37 and they're not going to be flying private jets because of me, but that $37 adds up. You know what? If a lot more people, I mean, just think, if you get 1 million people who buy League Pass, that's $37 million. You know what I mean? So support the ladies. We love the new faces. And the one thing that let me talk about this, and this is going to border. I don't know. I don't really care, but the WNBA is doing a good job. There was the stereotype of women's basketball was a lot of homosexual, a lot of lesbians, okay, who weren't attractive. All right, that was a stereotype of women's basketball, okay, and it's filtered down to college and to high school. Believe you me, I've worked in Chicago public schools, and I've seen it, I've heard it. The WNBA did a great job of softening the girls. Okay. See, when they did their league pictures, the team pictures, team photos, they're all made up. Okay. They have makeup on, the hair's done. Okay. They're not in, high ponies or braids, one braid. They made them look very, very ladylike, very womanish, which is good. It's for the brand, because they don't look like that in the game. You don't wear makeup in a game, but the appeal, it's like real estate, the curb appeal. All right. You see that particular picture of a Sky, like, oh, let me check out Camila Cardoso. Let me check out Angel Reese. Let me check out some of these other girls. Oh shit, she's kind of hot. And I know it's misogynistic, or it's chauvinistic, but it's sexist. But let's be honest, sex sells. All right, let's be honest. Let's not kid ourselves, and let's not avoid the 800-pound elephant or gorilla in the room. Sex sells. So when you put a product on for the WNBA of the women looking more feminine, okay, it's going to draw a lot more eyes. Okay, which I'm extremely happy about. The more people that start watching them and allowing them to make more money, awesome. Because I know how difficult it is to prepare. Hell, if you played college D1 sports or just sports in college, you know how difficult it is. You know what a job it is, and hell, you had to go to school too. You had classes and studying and homework and papers and study groups and all this other stuff. But how difficult it is as a professional, it was to prepare for a season. And for them to only get, and I put in quotes, only $70,000 a year, okay, it's unfortunate. All right, the WNBA has been losing $10-12 million the last couple of seasons, which is why the NBA jumped in and said, okay, we're going to partner with you guys, try and help you until you can stand on your own, which is what they needed. So, and they had to sit back and literally take inventory of everything. How can we make this game more appealing? Okay. How can we make this game more appealing so people want to watch? People want to come out. People want to buy jerseys. People will buy. Well, one of the things I said earlier was they made the women look a lot more feminine, all made up, makeup, hair done for the team pictures. Okay. Great, great, great marketing move by them. All right. Great marketing move. And I think it's very smart on their part. Okay. And I think that this influx of college stars is really, really, really helped, I should say, with the Angel Reese, Camila Cardozo, who's the young lady who went to the Los Angeles Sparks, the white girl, real 6'4", long and lanky girl. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. You know, Juju Watkins still in college. You know, when she comes in, she'll be another, you know, beautiful young lady to add to the young influx of female players to the WNBA. All right. And as much, again, sex sells. You don't have to like it. It just is what it is what it is, and that's the way of the world. So the prettier you make these young ladies look and the more glammed up you have them, the more men are going to want to go and check it out. First, they're going to want to watch it on TV. They're going to go to the game, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right. Speaking of that, Angel Reese. I'm so proud of her. You know, she is, Chi-Town Barbie, they call her now. And she's doing what a lot of athletes are doing, and more power to them. All right. More power to them. You have to understand, she understands that her basketball life is finite. Okay. She understands that, it's not here forever. So what does she do? Angel Reese is now a part owner. Okay. Part owner of the new professional women's soccer team called the DC Power Football Club. Okay. She talked about it yesterday. My friend, you've seen him on here, Josh Hicks. He reposted this. So now she's part owner. She still wants to be part owner of a WNBA team eventually, which is great. But now she's getting into, team ownership. And this is what we want a lot of our players to be able to do, is not only, and this is not only do you play, but then you become part of policy that affects younger generations. So, if when she retires and she's still on the board, she can make, they can go and look at rules or create policies that'll help and benefit the next generation of players. And who better to help regulate this than former players? Not some stat geek, not someone who watches it from the side, but players who understand what they need, who've been through situations, who will understand what they need because they've been in a situation where they needed it. All right. This was a picture from yesterday, which is pretty cool. They threw out the first pitch. Camila Cardoso on the right, all 6'7" of her. Angel Reese, 6'2". She's on the left. And Shota Imanaga in the middle. At the Shota sandwich. But yeah, that was pretty cool. They were at the Cubs game yesterday, and making their rounds. They'll be on the south side. Trust me. They'll get a lot of love. A lot of my people on the south side, like, yeah, Angel Reese come south. Camila, mira. That's funny. There was a meme. I was going to put a meme up, but I won't do it. But anyway, yeah, the Cubs game yesterday, I thought that was pretty dope. Pretty dope. All right. The next top of the morning topic. Alex Caruso, the Bulls. Yeah. The Bulls. Alex Caruso makes the NBA All-Defensive second team after years and years of being on the first team. He makes the second team. He's still one of the best players around defensively. And, man, he just gives the Bulls – his basketball IQ is just through the roof, And it's just great to see. Jay Chris. Hey, once you go brown, you'll always keep coming around. Hey, the only reason is the Sox are out of town. That's why they didn't go to the South Side yet, dog. Trust me. All the Hispanic people, and I know she's not Hispanic, she's Brazilian, but all the Hispanic people and the black folks on the South Side, they'll welcome Angel Reese. They'll welcome her with some halos. Remember, she said his hair is busting. His hair is busting. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. What do we got? We got some nonsense in here. Cornelius, I'm telling you, everybody in the huddle just busted out laughing. I'm looking at him like, really? You jagbag? Because he knew her. It wasn't like they didn't know her. They didn't know her, but yeah, he was just. That's right, Paul, because Paul missed it. He was out getting the play. Quarterback. Oh man. Oh man, listen. So next top of the morning topic, OTAs have started, and thank God I got the window closed because I got my landscapers out there. Next top of the morning topic is former Chicago Bears quarterback Justin Fields. All right, was at OTAs in Pittsburgh, and he had there were Chicago reporters out there. Jason Leisure, I believe, was out there. I was reading the Sun Times today. He did his thing from Pittsburgh. If you watch Justin Fields, well, Jason had a couple questions for him. All right, he had a couple of questions, and the media had a few questions for Justin. Here's some of the stuff that Justin had to say.
What was your reaction when you heard that you were traded to the Bears, and what are you looking forward to most?
Yeah, when I first got traded, I was actually, I think it was like 10 o'clock in Italy. I was at dinner, and I had mixed emotions. I was excited, but also sad that I was leaving Chicago. But since my time here, I've enjoyed it a lot. My new teammates, the coaches, everybody's here great, and they definitely made the transition for me easy.
There's one thing, if you watch him, just look at him. He seems more relaxed, doesn't he? He seems more relaxed. He seems like he's more at ease. He doesn't have the weight of a franchise on him. He doesn't have the media, the fans on him.
I mean, there was a lot of ups and downs, but all in all, I appreciate every relationship that I built. All my teammates, they know that. Nothing but love for the city, for the fans, and for my old teammates and coaches.
Did you feel they did everything they should have done to facilitate your growth?
I'm not really gonna harp on the past. It is what it is. It's in the past now. I'm here now. So, like I said, I'm grateful to be here and grateful to be a part of the story.
So he seems relaxed. It seems like he's in a good place. And another former Chicago Bear, all right, has a new start with a new team.
I've learned from all the mistakes. I feel like anytime you make a mistake or anytime you have mishaps, you have to learn from them. And if you learn from it, you grow from it. So I think that's what I've done. And, there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. But I think it's important to learn from the bad days and build on the good days and eventually, be in a spot that you want to be at.
How good did you feel?
That was Chase Claypool. He's in camp with the Buffalo Bills. And I wish those guys well. I do. I know Chase Claypool didn't do very much for us here. Okay, and that was bothersome. But he's in a rough spot. Ryan Poles gave up basically a first-round pick for him. It was a second-round pick, which ended up being Miami had their pick taken, so it was a 32nd pick overall for Chase Claypool. The kid is talented, extremely talented, and it just didn't work out here. He was in a situation. He was just at a bad place in his life, a bad point in his life, and that sucked for us as Bear fans. But for young men, and I've been critical of him, okay, but it doesn't mean that I don't want him to succeed. It doesn't mean that I want him burned, damn him to hell. No, not at all. All right, it's just unfortunate that he may have matured and realized what he had after he leaves Chicago. All right, that is unfortunate. Unfortunately, that is the way it works sometimes. All right, so best of luck to Chase Claypool. Best of luck to Justin Fields. Okay, except when you play the Bears. Okay, and I wish them nothing but success moving forward, except, again, when you play the Bears. So, yeah. Next time, the morning topic, NBA playoffs, the Eastern Conference Finals yesterday. Game 1 was a showstopper. I like it. Game 1, the Celtics beat the Pacers 133-128 in overtime to take a 1-0 lead in the series. Jason Tatum led the way with 36 points. Oh, the warden lady pulled up in the driveway to pick up mom for CrossFit. Jason Tatum led the way with 36 points. Jaylen Brown, 26 points, including the 3 at the end of regulation to send it to overtime. And Jrue Holiday, he contributed with 28 points as well. Man, that was one hell of a game yesterday. If you checked it out, whoo! Let me tell you, if all the games continue to be like yesterday, the NBA is banking. The networks, TNT, are banking. Because that was one hell of a game yesterday. And game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals is tomorrow. That's at 7 p.m. That's coming from Boston again. It should be on TNT again, if I'm not mistaken. But that's coming from Boston. The first 2 games. Boston's the #1 seed, so they obviously have they have home field or home court advantage. The next top of the morning topic, staying in the NBA, the NBA playoffs, Western Conference Finals begin tonight. Game 1, Dallas at Minnesota. Tonight, 7:30. That game is on TNT. And Ant-Man, Anthony Adams. Let me tell you, this young man, I was not in the know. I was not in the know. I had heard people talk about him the last couple of years, like, no, Ant-Man's this, Ant-Man's that, especially the guys, the Smoke Fellas. They talked about him a lot. I'm like, Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. I'm like, really? I guess. I didn't pay him any mind. Man. Whew. Man. I am extremely impressed with that young man. Extremely impressed. This guy gets it. He gets it. He's 22, 23 years old. He gets it. All right, they lost game 6. And what did he do? He's like, he goes, that one's all on me. He goes, I take responsibility for it. I came out flat. I didn't have enough energy. He goes, today's game is on me. He goes, we'll come back out game 7, but today's game is on me. At 22, 23 years old, that's a leader. That is a leader. Then you have LeBron saying, well, it was their fault. It was this fault. It was the ref's fault. Come on, man. Stop it. This kid is infectious. His smile it lights up a room. This kid is the real deal. All right. I really like this kid. Wow. Big fan. Seems like the first team all NBA was mostly 7-footers. That's positionless basketball now. You know? That's positionless basketball. Plank, yeah, I hear you, Papa. I hear you. But here's the cool thing. You know, he's in a place he wanted to be. You know, Cornelius King Booker World, you see it, yeah. Yeah. You know, there's a lot coming here. He understood the situation that Chicago had. All right, he understood that. Trust me, if you don't think these players know, come on, man. Why do you think they wouldn't know? They're looking to go to places where they can. Excuse me. They're looking at places to go where they want to win, where they can be successful, make a lot of money. And people knew coming to Chicago was not a good spot. So, yeah, there's nothing not to like about him. Right? He just wasn't developed properly. And, Tomlin will definitely take care of him. Definitely take care of him. But again, happy for him. We got a new beginning here with Caleb Williams. All right. I'm happy the way they built this offense. And again, remember, I said it repeatedly, and I'll say it again. The most important acquisition this offseason was Shane Waldron. It didn't matter who the quarterback was going to be. Get them a good play caller who's going to be able to maximize the ability of a quarterback. And Shane Waldron can do that. Shane Waldron has done that in the past. Shane Waldron is looking to become a head coach. So if for him to get what he wants, he's going to have to be the reason that this Bears offense is successful. Caleb Williams is going to have to shine. Okay? We have to put up a lot of points, a lot of yards. All right? Then that'll happen with the defense. It'll help with the defense. But, hey, yeah, it was. It was. And you got people spouting other stuff, and then you get the parrots who don't really know. People don't know much about football, and they're reiterating what other people are saying with their negative agenda, with their agenda, and that was one part of the frustrating part. His average this, or he couldn't do this, or and it's just unfortunate for them. I'm happy for that young man. All right, I really, really am, and I wish him nothing but the best, except when he plays us. He could have 350 yards and they lose. King Booker will. Now that same media is talking all this pump the brakes. Yeah. Especially Connor Vitale, just go cover the Lions or Vikings exclusively. She covers the NFC North. That's what I forgot who she covers it for, but she covers the whole division. So she's gotten really popular here in Chicago as well. But I hear you. There are a lot of people who are saying pump the brakes now, and well, let's not expect too much. I'm like, yeah, but you guys had so much bad things to say about the previous quarterback and anointed this guy a Hall of Famer before he was even drafted. Not to mention before he even took a snap. So now like, oh, we'll pump the brakes. Like, no, don't keep that same energy. I hear you. There are quite a few people in the media who King Booker World, she covers yeah. Oh, look at the time. She does a good job. She does a good job. All right. We don't, and here's the thing: we don't have to agree with all her takes. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to agree with them. And many people don't. Some people do. So, but that's the good thing is, I think why she is. I think why she is, again, is because she has to cover the whole division. Okay. And, some people may not like it. People want to hear the pro Bears reporting. Okay. Some people don't want to hear the pro Lions, pro Vikings, pro Packers, So she's cool. She's good. She's good. Cornelius, yes. Caleb's success is now in the hands of Flus, most importantly, Waldron and his coaching staff. But they've done a great job, as we've identified. They've done a phenomenal job of insulating the quarterback position. All right, insulating it. So they got him 2 extra stud receivers in addition to DJ Moore. Okay, Keenan Allen and Roma Dunze. They got him an extra tight end. All right, they shored up that offensive line. And I don't understand. All right, let's not get on her. I got no issue with her, but they got him weapons. And I'm cool, man. I'm good with it. I'm good with what they did. I'm not happy with what they did and how they treated Justin, and that's fine. But now I got to see it play out. All of her compliments with the Bears come with a but. I got you. I am done. Yeah, I'm excited, and we talked about it before. You know, I mentioned it last show or last week, maybe. Remember, the fact is that Caleb has had exposure to this offense for months. Okay, what the NFL is doing is, and the Bears are ensuring that Caleb's learning curve is short. And they're going to make sure Shane Waldron does the same thing. Pound the ball, pound the ball, pound the ball. Short passing game, intermediate passing game. Pound the ball, pound the ball. 3 and out. Okay, good. Punt it away. Defense with our phenomenal punter who's going to pin him inside the 10. All right, defense, let's go to work. Let's keep him in here. Defense, make him punt. Let's get a short field. And once that starts happening more often. You know, we had talked about, I said by week 10, I think they take the training with one or both training wheels off for Caleb. Because he's had exposure beforehand. They get to start early because they're in the Hall of Fame game. Okay, so you start early with your new system. You get to practice earlier because of the Hall of Fame game. Yeah. Cat made it personal. Well, again, some people I've never seen a quarterback so well prepared ahead of schedule, being handed the keys to a Lamborghini in 40 years of watching football. You're talking about, well, yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know about well prepared, well exposed. He's got to. I mean, I assume you think he's going to be well prepared at the Hall of Fame game. He should be, and that's what we're hoping. If he's extremely prepared, and I think he is, because remember, I've said it before. One of the things that the buzzword that keeps coming around with Shane Waldron is teacher. He's a great teacher. And if Waldron is a great teacher, it don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine. He's got access to the playbook early, so he's ahead of schedule there. They start practice early because they're in the Hall of Fame game, which is helping him get iron out a lot of the wrinkles. And then the preseason. So his learning curve should be short. I agree, Mashawn. True. Well, yeah. Well, he can't remember. He said he was mad. He was yelling he was complaining big time about Caleb in 1 week, and then the next week, like, why are we afraid to be great? Go get this kid. But other time he's yelling at him like, people are who they are. They're going to do what they want. They're going to say what they want. It's made him a polarizing figure. It's made him a lot of money here in Chicago. So, whatever. Hence why I can't fall for the exudes of Caleb not being able to lead us tonight. I agree. It better be 9 or 10. Better be 10. Better be 10. It better be 10. And and all the pump the brakes people, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So, yes, seems he will approach the season. Yeah, this guy's smart, man. This guy's smart. This guy is smart. Which is why, again, when they hired him, I thought for sure that meant that they were keeping Justin. Okay, I was wrong. We'll see how it plays out. Because if Caleb doesn't pick this up, and you talked about it, if they come, all right, they start off first 4 or 5 weeks, 500, they're 2-2. People are like, what? Because if you look at the schedule, remember we went over the schedule? Look at the schedule. The NFL, I'm telling you, the NFL wants the Bears to be good. Look at the schedule. You start off at Tennessee, that you should win. Then you go on the road to Houston. That's a tough one. You may lose that one. But if you win that one, if the Bears win that one, they go to Indy, should be a win. Home against LA should be a win. Home against the Carolina Panthers should definitely be a win. In London against the Jacksonville Jaguars should be a win. Then you get the bye. Then you're on the road at Washington. Definitely should be a win. Then you're on the road against Arizona. Definitely should be a win. Then you come home against the Packers. Definitely should be a win. I'm sorry, the Patriots, not the Packers, the Patriots, week 10. Their first 9 games, Bears could be 8-1, 9-0. Before they hit that tough stretch. If you are 9-0 after week 10, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 games left. If you're 9-0 after that stretch and you go 500, that's 13-4. And then everyone's going to say, oh, wow, see, this is why we took the quarterback. Da, da, da. It's not the quarterback. And this is what I'm going to tell people. And I'm probably going to lose more friends. People already came at me, have lost friends already. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Because some people think they're adamant about it. The most important acquisition was Shane Waldron. Why do you think when Jason asked Justin if he felt they did enough to help and to benefit, he's like, I was going to leave the past in the past. In other words, like, I don't want to talk about the bullshit they gave me last year. No. But listen. Let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to wait for our guy, Shawn Davis. He's going to join us. He was traveling, so he's getting settled in. All right. But we'll continue this Bears talk because we're going to talk NBA conference finals with Shawn. We'll continue this Bears talk more on the other side as we wait for Shawn Davis. All right. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the Army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Cubs are on the board. It's now 2-1. They
will take over.
Here is a swing and a high pop-up left side of the infield. Zach Short drops the ball. Drops the ball. Bush is safe at second.
A 2.65 ERA. In the air, shallow right field. Coming out, Suzuki, and he made the grab. What a play by Sayers. He steals a hit from Acuna.
Winning run now just 90 feet away for Nico Horner.
Chop to the right side. This is going to do it. Bellinger is in. Welcome back, Nico Horner. Cubs win.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. That was those were the Northsiders, the lovable losers, the Cubbies with a nice little walk. Man, was it just a Baltimore chop? That's all it was, a Baltimore chop. Cody Bellinger running on contact. Once it bounced in the air, there's no way. I mean, that was perfect. Perfect. And it's got to be frustrating. All right. Frustrating is all get out as a when you're on the field and you're like, and you're waiting, you're looking up, you're like, the longer it takes it to come down, the more steps, that guy's close, the guy in third is taking, and the closer he is to home plate. And that was a smart play by the first baseman. Like, why even throw it? There's no need. There's no need. He's going to cross the plate. He'll slide, stand up before the ball even gets there. So, yeah, that was frustrating. Big win for the Cubs yesterday. It's always – we talk about how all the little things. These are all little things. Like one game at a time. All right? That walk-off yesterday, it's just one game, but it adds up. You have another close game another time, and you win that one. That's another one. Then you have another game that maybe you steal. You probably should lose, but you win because either the other team screws up or you have a great player. And that's 3, and that's 4. And how many games did the Cubs miss the playoffs by last year? Was it a game? Okay. You start doing things like this. This adds up long term. So back to our talk. We were talking a little bit about the Bears in there, and we're just waiting for. Like I said, he's traveling, so I'm just waiting for him to get settled. And who knows how it might not be. Flight might be delayed. Whatever, crazy stuff happens. You know. But we're talking about their schedule. And their schedule is wow. NFL did them a huge favor. They did it week 11. Let's look at it again. Week 11. Okay. Week 11 is when they start facing their division. So you have 9 games and a bye to work on your offense. Get it in sync against far superior teams. I'm sorry. Far inferior, not superior, inferior teams. Tennessee, Texans, no, I don't know if they're inferior. Okay. But then the Colts, the Rams. I'm not sure about the Rams, but the no more Aaron Donald, that could be a huge thing. Carolina Panthers, definitely. Jacksonville Jaguars, definitely. Washington Commanders, definitely. Arizona Cardinals, definitely. New England Patriots, definitely. These are games you get to work on. All right. These are, remember when you played football, okay, or if you played basketball or baseball, these are called controlled scrimmages. All right. And especially when you knew you're going to destroy the snot out of a team. All right. What you did in there, you went to work on a lot of things for the regular season. Well, these are regular season games, but you still get to work on a lot of things. You get to work on the timing of things. You get to work on calling audibles, recognizing fronts, changing plays, recognizing disguises, recognizing defenses. These are things that this offense, especially Caleb Williams in particular, gets to learn, gets to practice against a team. Yeah, flight was delayed. Yeah. Yeah, me right. That stinks. Yeah, he's in. Yeah, flight was delayed. That's what it was. Oh well. I told him if you can make it cool. If not, I understand completely. We'll continue talking Bears. And we'll talk NBA Finals in the last part of the show. NBA Conference Finals, excuse me. The Bears are in a situation where they have the ability against not so good teams. Okay. This defense can really get it ramped up. They can get the chemistry. And let's not forget, you got to get chemistry defensively as well. I'm not just talking offense. And we all just assume, oh, it's got to be offensive chemistry and this. You have to learn when you're playing defense. You got stunt. Think of the front line. You got stunts. You got twists. All right, you have to know how they're going to play. How sharp I should make my twist. Okay, when you blitz, where you're going to be, who I need to take up, how many guys I need to take up, my positioning on blitzes, because you like to go, maybe you like to come hard off the shoulder or the backside of a specific lineman. There's chemistry that has to be involved also. Linebackers need to know, they got to know how far to scrape. All right, this guy's really strong. I mean, he's going to be able to force people to come back in. I don't want to overrape. These are all things that have to be ironed out. And practices are fun, but there's nothing like game time. And to do it against teams that are inferior is only going to help. Because if you make a mistake, you might not get burned. It might not go to the house. Okay? If you make a mistake, it might not be a gasher or a key first down to keep the ball moving. And if it is a key gas and it keeps the ball moving, the team might not be strong enough to take it down and score. So now you have film, you have experience. When you go back to the tape on Monday, it's like, look, here's what we did wrong. Here's what you did this. You're lucky this wasn't the Green Bay Packers. You're lucky this wasn't the Detroit Lions. Who else did I play? Who else is lucky at? You're lucky it's not the San Francisco 49ers. Okay? If we're going to be a playoff team and go deep into the playoffs, we can't have this. You can't overscrape. Okay? Now you're caught in a wash. Running back cuts back and there's a hole there. These are the things that defensively the chemistry needs to be made, needs to be developed and formed. Okay? Defensively. So it's not just the offense. And then the special teams. They got to get used to this guy punting. You're going to have to bust your ass to get down there. This guy's got good hang time. So you got to get down there and be at the 2-yard line. Or catch the punt if you can. Catch it if you can. Catch it. Obviously, make sure that the receiving team isn't there to catch it, because they're hoping it's going to bounce into the end zone. You can catch the punt. Go stand on the 2-yard line, or 1 yard, 1.5, 2. It doesn't matter. Catch the ball. It's down there. You have to know what kind of punt. Is it going to be a high? How far out are they? So if you're punting from the 50, all right, you have to know that he's going to put a lot of air under it, because you got to get down there from the 50. All right, because he can boom it out of the end zone, but he's got to kick it up. And he wants it to land when you're down there. Well, if you're not down there, so what does he got to do? He's got to give you time. So there's all these things that need to be worked on. And practice is great. Controlled scrimmages are great when you practice with another team. But when you do it in a game, now you got your film. Because you're not practicing against the same guys every day. The film is against the same guys. Because how can you sometimes you have a matchup problem with a practice player. Okay? It's just a matchup problem. Okay? But here in the game, you get to work on guys you haven't seen before, except on film. All right? Probably multiple guys if you're an offensive lineman. So there's a lot of different techniques, a lot of different styles, a lot of different sizes, a lot of different strengths, a lot of different explosions you got to deal with. And here's where your improvement, your growth comes in. So they're starting 9 games, first 10 weeks of the season. I'm definitely not the one to drink the Kool-Aid or use hyperbole or exaggerate. But they can go 9-0. I don't see them with more than 3 losses. If you're 6-3 after 9 games, you are sitting pretty. And you can split the last 8 games, 10-7. But I don't know where the 3 losses come from. Houston, 1, maybe. Tennessee, you have to come out. Colts, got to beat their ass. LA Rams, maybe. Panthers, no way. Jacksonville, maybe. But Washington, the Cardinals, and the Patriots, hell no. No way they can lose those games. See, so you can't come out and talk about, oh, we got this, we did that, we got this for Caleb. We drafted Caleb Williams, we got Rome Odunze, we got Keenan Allen, we have Walker, the new tight end, we added a starting center to the mix. And now we got Tevinjenkins back healthy to start the season, obviously. Well, hopefully. All right, Nate Davis not going to have a family issue that we're seeing. You got a stud right tackle who's on a Pro Bowl trajectory. You have a more than capable enough left tackle. You cannot tell me that You cannot tell me that you lose game one like, well, now we're working it. No. You did all this stuff. You traded Justin. You didn't take the haul. You kept Caleb Williams. You added a couple pieces. You added an offensive coordinator to lose game one? No. And I'm not going to say it's the end of the world because what if you win the next 8 and you're 8-1? What I'm saying is, for aesthetics, you better come out and you better beat the hell out of the Titans. Shorty, he said 14-3 in a Super Bowl win. No, they definitely weren't, bro. They definitely weren't. I don't know. I don't know why they're picking the Colts. Maybe Richardson, since he's the quarterback now, and they got a decent defense. It's in Indy, maybe. I don't know. But I don't see the Bears losing to Indianapolis. I don't. And it's no disrespect to Indy. It's more of an appreciation of understanding what it is that we have. Should call it. Yeah, they should. They should call it the Hester rule. My man Nomad in the house. What's up, Papa? Thanks for tuning in. Junior, I could not agree with you more. The season can't get here fast enough. But again, I'm looking at the schedule, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer. And even if I do look at it with a extremely conservative view, I don't see more than 2 losses. I don't even see more than 2. I don't see more than 2. I don't see 3 losses in their first 9 games. You go 7-2, and you split the last 8, that's 11-6. So week 1 has to be they got to be firing. Oh, he's traveling. So yeah, he's not going to make it. 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 Foxy Chuchi Food rammed up his. Kidding. It's old Lady Murphy. Raw. For all my people who know. If you don't know, now you know. You know, it excites me because I'm trying to say, okay, this is legitimate. No, they probably could lose this one. NFL has done them. It's done them right. I'm looking at the schedule. It's done them. They've given the Bears a phenomenal schedule. Because what if they split with Green Bay? You know what I mean? Like I said, what if they just split the last 8 games? That's 4-4. And you're 7-2, 8-1. God forbid 9-0. Now you're looking at the division crown. And here's the thing. You're playing, let's not forget, you're playing the Houston Texans in the Hall of Fame game. So you're going to see them about a month after. And don't get me wrong, they're not going to play the starters the whole game. They'll probably play they'll probably play the starters. A series or 2. Okay? Because it still is an evaluation game. Okay? But they'll be able to get a feel for them. You have tape on them. And I know it's not going to be great tape because everything's going to be vanilla. And then you got 1 or 2 series max to work with. And then all the youngsters trying to make the team are going to be playing the rest of the game. But the more and more I'm looking at it, like I just honestly don't see less than a 7-2 start. I don't see it. I mean, I don't see it. Let's check it out again. Like, but man. Yeah, this is a little blurry. I see what he's talking about. I don't see it. Maybe the Texans. People are going to say, well, the Texans were a playoff team last year, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yes, they were. So, which is why I say that's a possible loss. The Colts, I don't see it. Only other team that I see that would give them problems would be the Rams. Maybe Jacksonville in London. Maybe. But at that point, that's week 6. That's your 6th game. Your offense got to be clicking at that point, or pretty close to it. At least one training wheel has to come off at week 6. Open it up, take a lot more shots downfield. Again, they're not turning the air raid or the run and shoot. But I forgot who I was talking to yesterday, or who I was talking to recently, and I said once Caleb starts asking questions, that's when you know. Well, if this happens, can I audible this? If this happens, can I do this? If this happens, can I do that? Then you'll know that's when he's got it. He's got it. How soon that will be? I don't know. Hopefully much sooner than later. I was away from the keys during the Indy Bears talk. I'm taking my grandsons to that one. One is, his words, the biggest Colts fan in the world. No, man. They need reps and bunches on offense. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, which is exactly why these preseason games are going to be paramount. But again, let's not forget they get to start practice early. All right. Everything's accelerated for the Bears. All right. The Bears have early practice. Caleb is at early in exposure to the playbook. He's coming in sooner, or he's coming in more prepared sooner. Okay. It's not going to take him a couple of OTAs to get it. He should have the cadence down. He should have the basic formations and packages down now. He should have the timing with these receivers. The timing should be pretty good. Not great, not perfect, but it should be pretty good with the receivers. All right, throwing to him out in LA. Now throwing to him in OTAs and minicamp, then training camp. All right, training camp starting earlier because of the Hall of Fame game. Cornelius says, I love the Bears schedule because it gives Caleb time to learn the offense and adjust to the pro game. Yeah, it does. It does. And that's why, all this pump the brake stuff. No. No. Because you don't pump the brakes now, not with how this team is built. I'm glad nobody can see this OTA session. Probably nothing pretty about it. Very possible. My guy Mondo, who's in the chat, he said maybe. He goes, maybe. It's pure speculation. He said maybe it's just that they're going to be in. Finally said hard knocks. I don't know if that's true, or I don't know if that's even possible. I know they don't want to, but the Giants didn't want to either. Alex Mara. But yeah, I'm glad no one can see this either. All right. And believe me, that's by design. Because if Caleb struggles, you definitely don't want to see the struggle. If Caleb's doing well, you definitely don't want to see him doing well, because now other teams, get to look, and you just don't want other teams seeing you. But they're not even having warm-up tosses and stuff like that. Remember, rookie OTAs, you had Caleb throwing the group of the wide receivers. They're not even letting that out. So this, wow. So Pittsburgh, this just came across as we speak. The city of Pittsburgh will host the 2026 NFL Draft. 2026. Yeah. Yeah, install reps are sloppy at the beginning of the playbook, a new one at that. Yeah. It's not so much new, probably just more terminology. DC's in the house. Good morning, Papa. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Paul said it'll be hard to make this roster. You're damn right it is. You're damn right it is. I mean, look at the wide receiver room. DJ, Keenan, Rome, Velus Jones, John Johnson. Well, John Johnson's one of the guys going to have a tough time making it. Tyler Scott. These are the top 6 receivers. DJ, Keenan, Velus, Rome, Tyler Scott. And then everyone else got to try and get, 3 slots? 2 slots? Offensive linemen, look at the Bates and Shelton, guards, centers. You still got your Tyree Carter. The D-line, where are you going to get in? Can you be a backup to Sweat? 3 tech, you got Gervon Dexter at the 3, Billings at the 1, Zach Pickens maybe rotating. You know, we have a lot. Making this team is going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. And that's how you want it. And here's the great part about that. Not only is making this team going to be difficult, it's difficult because of the players they have in front of them, but the players in front are young. The players who occupy those spots that you can't crack are young. That is what has me excited. That is what has me excited. They're young, for the most part. All right? Darnell Wrights, Tevinjenkins, Braxton Jones. Still got DeAndre Swift. You have Khalil Herbert. You have Roshan Johnson. Young. Keenan Allen, he's the geriatric of the group. But DJ Moore is 26. He'll be 27. Not young, but smack dab in his prime. Roma Dunze in his prime. Velus Jones, well, he's 37, so he's. But Tyler Scott, young. Cole Kmet in the middle of his prime. Defensively, Jalen Johnson in his prime. Tyreek Stevenson, young. Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon, young. You can't get on the field. You can't crack the lineup because of the guys starting. And the guys that are starting are young. And that makes a huge difference. Cool. Yeah, we'll see. I'll be on there with you, man. We'll see you about 1 o'clock. Derek Carter, you said 7-2. That's what I was saying. I said no worse than 7-2. I don't see 3 losses in there. And you come out 7-2, NFL's talking about you, there's a lot of buzz. Jay Grizz, the plank be going to the draft in Pitt. Yeah, that'd be a huge crowd, man. It'd be dope. That'd be dope. But yeah, and again, I'm trying to temper my expectations, even though we shouldn't, and I still come up with no less than 7-2 in the first 9 games. First 9 games, I don't see anything less than 7-2. And I'm trying to say, okay, 6-3. Like 6-3 is a remote possibility. A remote possibility. This defense is a year seasoned. I mean, the only thing they don't have is someone opposite Sweat. You don't have a guy opposite Montez Sweat. and you don't know for sure what Gervon Dexter is. You saw what he can be. You saw the trajectory going into the end of the season last year where he was playing really good ball. You saw it. If he continues on that trajectory, we got our 3-tech. We'll have the first of a phenomenal rotation. Because what Zach Pickens going to do? Is he going to the 1-tech? Is he going to the 3? Don't forget a linebacker. I mean, I'm trying to find 3 losses. Derek says a loss to Houston and the Jags because it's in London. That's possible. And that puts us at 7-2, Derek. And I'm not trying not to be a homer, like, oh, we're going to win it all, 9-0. But 9-0 is definitely on the table. 7-2, 8-1, and 9-0 are all on the table. Like if they had San Fran in that first couple weeks, yeah, there's no way I'm giving them the win. None. But it's on the table, and that is exciting, but it's also setting us up for a letdown. It's really exciting. Thank you, NFL, for putting our schedule together like this. And trust me, they know. They know. They want the Bears to be relevant again. They want the number 1 quarterback, number 1 pick in the draft to be relevant again. So, I don't know. 7-2. 7-2 of the first 9 games of the year. Derek, if they do, that's 2 wins there. That's 2 more wins there. So you go 7-2, that's 9-2. That's 11 games. You got 6 games left. Do you think we'll split with Minnesota? 10-3. You think we'll split with Green Bay? 11-4 or 10-5. You got the Seahawks and the Niners. Niners, we lose. I think we give them a good fight. I think the Seahawks, I think we can win that one. It's a great position for us to be in. Phenomenal position for the Bears to be in. What do you guys think? What record do you guys think? Someone put it. Derek's at 7-2 in the first 9. But what's the overall? Where do you think they finish? I know Shorty put it up there early. He said 13-4 and a Super Bowl win. I mean, let's not forget they still got to go through San Fran. I guess the Lions, because the Lions were a quality team, but we have their number. San Fran, is that it? Dallas? I'm not worried about Dallas. I'm not worried about. I think that might be the only team I'm worried about. What other NFC team is there for the Bears to worry about? The NFC South is trash. NFC East, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles. Okay. The Niners and the Eagles are the only 2 teams that I'm not worried about. Washington. Not worried about them. NFC West, San Fran, the Rams, Cardinals, no. Seahawks, Somebody had the Bears winning only 7 games this year. I can't remember who it was, but that person is smoking different colored rocks. Jay Grizz got him going 10-7. Really, Jay Grizz? Really? I thought you had him going. No, Derek Carter. Only 10-7? Okay. That's what I had him. I had them until I had 10-7 until the schedule came out. I'm thinking 11-6, maybe 12-5. Maybe, and that's I think 12-5 is the best. 13-4. I mean, we got to go. Planks at 13-3. Derek Carter 11-6. Okay, I'm cool with that. Cornelius Squalls 11-6. Plank 14-3. Man, okay, Papa. Okay, from your lips to God's ears, from your keyboard to God's ears. I don't want to one up Mr. Shorty. Good stuff. Who wrote that? Yes, King Booker World. If Booker breaks out year one, and let's not forget that's a very real possibility. That's a real possibility, guys. You are forgetting. People are forgetting how important coaching is. By that I mean think of Eric Washington, defensive line coach. If he draws the best out of, first of all, Montez Sweat, Lord have mercy, but Gervon Dexter, Andrew Billings, Austin for Booker. If he gets the best out of Booker, DeMarcus Walker, and these guys take it up a notch. And I'm not asking him to. All I'm asking him is continue to be the coach you've been. Look at the guys in Buffalo. Look where he's been around the league, and look at the production that these guys have. He's one of the most well-respected coaches in the league. He's one of the most revered because of his ability to maximize and bring out the best in his players. So if he breaks out Gervon Dexter, how crazy is that going to be? God forbid he gets Montez Sweat any better. And then a rookie being tutored and coached by a guy like Eric Washington in Booker, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Actually, no, we ain't going to have no mercy. No damn mercy for anyone else this year. Don't get me fired up. Don't get me fired up. My man Bearlissimo from checking in from across the pond. Good afternoon. Good evening over there for you, sir. Booker T, Harlem Heat. You're a fool. Watch this defensive line. Watch it. Watch the growth that they're going to have. This is going to be. This might be the area that the Bears improve most. Because that D-line does it all. That D-line affects the second and the third level. On run plays, you get penetration from Booker. Man, now these running backs got to go sideways. Tremaine Edmonds, B.J. Edwards. B.J. Edwards was, what, second or third in the league in tackles last year? Our safeties, Jaquan Brisker. And on pass plays, man, they get to the quarterback. He's got to let the ball go sooner. Tyreek Stevenson, Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, they're ready to eat. They are waiting to eat. Jalen Johnson wants to prove he's worth his big contract. Tyreek Stevenson, his trajectory upward. Toward the end of last season, he was playing top-notch cornerback. Top-notch. Kyler Gordon, same thing. So that D-line gets that ball out quicker or gets it out a step late, but not on time. And now it's playing into our hands. We do. We also have a hitting free safety now. Yes. Can't decapitate anybody anymore because that's a penalty. They're too rough. Put a shoulder pad in the ribs. Put a shoulder pad in the ribs. I'm okay with that. I'm more than okay with that. But OTAs, I think that was cool how Jason Leisure, and it sounded like him, but again, he wrote in the paper, he's coming from Pittsburgh, how Jason Leisure was in Pittsburgh talking to Justin. All right. This is the last one that we have for Justin.
What happens after you get that news?
I mean, I've been dealing with, people for, a long time. So my exit meeting, we were in the same situation last year with having a number one pick, and it was just a little bit different this year. So, I mean, I'm not naive to the fact that, I can read body language and stuff like that. So it wasn't really just a shock to where it's like, I got traded. Like, I knew what was going to happen beforehand. So I'm just glad I got, traded to the spot that I wanted to be at. So.
He also said big shout out to Ryan Poles for getting him there. And I was watching film, and they got his right foot up. His first step on a drop back is his right foot back. Unlike Getzy, whose first step back was his left foot, which threw off the timing. Remember, if you remember, you've been watching me. How many times do you remember me saying, what the hell? And I've coached quarterbacks. I've never heard of someone saying, take your left foot back. On a 3-step drop, there's no more. It's all got to be even numbers now. 4-step drop. That doesn't make sense. On a 3-step and 5-step, your first step has to be with your right foot. Your first, your third, your fifth, or your seventh are with your right foot. You plant, you stand tall, and throw. I complained about it vehemently last year. Vehemently. And watching the videos, his right foot's up, and so his first foot back on his drop back is his right foot. Do you remember me telling you this was a huge problem? Do you remember me telling you this? I was like, you might think that it's insignificant. What's the difference? One leg front, right leg up, left leg. It's a huge difference. Timing is everything in this style of offense. Everything. So when the quarterback would take his first step back with his left, then his right, the timing is off. Why Getzy did that, I have no idea. But luckily, he's gone. And his new quarterback doesn't have to deal with that nonsense. This is yes. And the one thing you don't want to do, one of the things that they forgot is that Justin hadn't had structure or a good system in 2 years. His first 2 years, didn't have it. He got beat up, sent to the Wolves. They threw him to the Wolves with Nagy. They threw him to the Wolves with Eberflus his first year. Justin second. And then they give him the starting offensive line doesn't get together till week, 8, 9, 10, 9 or 10, somewhere in there. Nate Davis was out with the family situation. Braxton Jones was hurt. And Tevin was hurt. The first game together was week 10, 9 or 10. You can't do that. Right foot back with the right-handed quarterback. Well, it depends if you're you can have your right foot up. You can have your right foot up because you're going to swing back on your left foot. I just don't want the right foot has to be the first foot back. Period. And the left foot has to be the first foot back for the left-handed quarterback. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so, King Booker World. And they can't. That would be one of the worst things if they did. But again, I trust Ryan Poles because I trust Shane Waldron. This is a guy that's done it before. So you're not asking him to start doing this. He's done this before. You're not asking him to figure his way out, to do it. He's done this before. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, your first foot back will be your right foot with the right-handed quarterback. I got you, DC. So and I don't want to make it seem like I'm riding the Caleb train. I'm not. I'm looking at what they have, and I like the talent. I like the coaching, and I love the schedule. Love the schedule. Never put your trust in man. I got to put our trust in Ryan Poles. He's built this team. That's what I'm putting my trust in. Remember, I told you who I wanted to run this team, and that was Justin. But I also said I trust Ryan Poles. And if Ryan Poles thinks it's the best decision, I don't have to agree with it. I'll respect it and go with it. I'll go with it. Gets his brains made of Rice Krispies. That's silly. Oh, listen, we got a couple minutes left. I got about 5 minutes left. I want to talk quickly. I wanted to talk NBA conference finals. All right, we talked about Eastern Conference Finals yesterday. All right, yesterday the Boston Celtics in overtime beat the Indiana Pacers. I'm looking at a good game, a good series. I don't think Boston's in a tough spot, though. Boston's been number one. Boston, and they've talked about it ad nauseum. They're in a no-win situation. If you win a title, well, you had everyone. You should have won it. If they don't, how did you not win it? People are funny like that. They're silly like that. In the Western Conference Finals, which starts tonight, all right, that series starts tonight. All right, Dallas at Minnesota. Ant-Man, can he continue to carry this team? And I'll tell you why I like Minnesota. He's got help. He didn't have a great shooting game 7, but you know what? Karl Anthony Towns stepped up big. So you got a superstar who's got help. You got a superstar who's unselfish. You have a superstar who takes accountability for his lack of enthusiasm, his lack of energy going into a game. And then he's got a supporting role as well. I really, really like Minnesota. Really. But Dallas is Luka and Kyrie. Whoo, Charlie. Which is why these NBA conference finals are legit. Like I'm thinking, where am I going to go watch this tonight? I could watch it at home. I think I want to be at a bar. Or someone's house. Because tonight, 7:30 at TNT, man, Dallas and Minnesota, Ant-Man, Luka, Kyrie, Cat. What are the finals going to be? Boston and Dallas, Boston and Minnesota. I don't think Indiana has a chance. But in the end, I shouldn't say that. It took them to overtime yesterday. Indiana's got a really, really good young team. I don't see them getting past Boston, but they have the ability. They can. I think Boston has been too. They're too aware of the situation. They're too aware of the situation that they can't screw up. They understand they have to bring their A game all the time. And especially with what the Pacers are bringing. You know, once they got Pascal Siakam, that changed the whole outlook of this team. Tyrese Halliburton's a stud, but you got that championship veteran to come in. That changed it. I still think Boston wins, but I do think Indiana has a chance to upset them. They got to start in game 2. But as I said, Boston's in a tough situation. If you win it, well, you're supposed to win it. If you don't win it, wow, they're going to run you out. They're going to talk about you and cast you out like lepers. A lot of pressure on Boston. A lot of pressure. DC said this new organization has been doing things that I've dreamed about doing. I love it. Yeah, I hear you. I won't believe it when I see it. I'm not jumping on the hype train. Hey, Randy, you have every freaking right to do that. Every right for what this Bears organization has done to us in the past 6 years, 7 years. In addition to prior to that, you have every right to not jump on the hype train. But tonight, Minnesota's D is legit. Yes, it is. It is very, man. The one you saw Ant-Man go at with a steal late in the game to seal it. And that's what I don't understand, why a lot of these younger players don't want to play defense. Like, do you realize that leads to fast breaks and easy points? You get 2 steals, that's 4 points. Or someone else gets a steal, you break out, you get 4, 6, 8 fast break points. That goes on your average. Come on, man. That goes on your shooting percentage. I don't know. Why a lot of people don't want to play defense, I don't know. But it seems to be coming back in vogue with some of the star players, which to me, I'm happy about. Just our quote-unquote star player, Zach LaVine, only plays defense when he wants to. Anyway, folks, listen, 2 hours is come and gone. Man, you guys are awesome. This chat was jumping. I appreciate it. Everyone in the chat. Randy, DC, King Bookerwell, my man Junior, Patty, Mondo was in here a little bit as well. Jay Grizz, Shorty, Plank, Cornelius, Michon. I think I said King Bookerwell already. Nomad, he was in here for a little while. I think Cornelius and Michon, thank you very much. Levette Lee, Patty, all those guys. Man, great show. Unfortunately, my guy Shawn couldn't join us. His plane was delayed. It happens when you travel. He said he had just gotten in and he still had to wait for his bag. So no problem. We'll get him on another time. But listen, at 1 o'clock, I'll be on Nomads at the SuperBack and Nomads Daily Sports or Daily Bears Talk. We'll talk a lot about that. We'll talk about some edge rushers today. So make sure you tune in there. And then Friday we'll be back here at 9 a.m. So listen, for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, Elliot Baez, our executive producer, Clarence Counselor, social media guy, my co-host in absentia, Maya. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Guys, have a phenomenal day. It's going to be beautiful here out in the sky. It's going to be mid to high 70s today. Okay, mid to high 70s. And again, big shout out to our guy, Chris. Rest in peace, Chris. If you watched us on the Nomad show, on Daily Bears Talk, we talked about it the other day. You know, unfortunately, our friend Chris C Sharp passed away, the producer. So thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. All right. But again, I'm out of here, folks. This place will replay tonight at 6. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I am out.